Hello, beautiful souls. All right, just a quick update for the month of May 2022. Um, or whenever you actually watch this, they just said it's me. But anyway, that's what I just heard. Whenever you actually watch this, and this is for you in that moment. Um, wow. So I had a great weekend. Um, Lots of inner work. So this particular partial solar eclipse um was very potent. Of course, the black moon being on the second new moon of the month, and then also um May 1st, May Day, Beltane. This is one of the most powerful days of the year, if you want to call it that. Um, at least it was on Saturday to Sunday, this super powerful time, right? The veil is thin, and we have all of this solar activity as well. Um, it's interesting. For a long time, we were getting all of these incoming solar flares, C flares, all of these, but now it's like continual bigger stuff. Um, we have KP5s coming in all on their own, like without there's not like a ramp up, I guess is what I'm saying, is like, boom, it's hitting all at once. Um, Over and over and over. And here's the deal. It doesn't feel super great to be in this density now, but I will tell you that the other night, new moon night, actually, my friend and I were sitting, and I noticed, which I get ringing in my ears and tones and shifts of pressure and all kinds of things. I mean, I'm very tuned into all of that. But I was sitting there and I felt this absence of sound. And it didn't have to do with my ears. It was very strange. And so I asked my friend, I'm like, did you feel that? And he said, yeah. He's like, that was a pressure change. So that's how he perceived it, was a pressure change. And I said, something's up. Something is up. And what was actually super interesting after that was that I felt this lightness of being. It was actually like the density changed that I was existing in. And honestly, it's felt like that since. So something major shifted over the weekend. I haven't spent a lot of time trying to figure it out, because part of the messaging that keeps coming in is, quit it. Quit trying to figure all this stuff out. Just go live your life. Live your human life. And so, like this weekend, I was like, oh, I feel like oysters. So we had to search around and try to find some oysters, but made that happen. It's like the little things. I'm big on this intuitive eating thing right now, and oysters were coming in strong. And so I think we got 3 dozen oysters and barbecued them. And oh my gosh, it was so, so delicious. But it's just about enjoying those little things. Getting outside in nature, doing yard work, whatever, if you want to take a walk, all of that is, I say medicine in the shamanic way of saying it. It's like balm for your soul, especially in these denser energy times, although I'm not experiencing that right now. After I was experiencing lots of density, and now I'm not. Something shifted. I don't know if it was just for me. I don't know if it was collective, because I've just been doing me, enjoying every minute of it. And I'm sure I will. I keep feeling the pull to sit down and do some meditation and try to really tap in and find out what's going on. But there's a lot of people that are frantically trying to grasp at answers right now. And, trying to explain what's going on. Well, I keep hearing that. Don't worry about it. There's been lots of times in my life that I have been given a similar message. And it usually was at a time where, like, maybe the stuff that was coming in was corrupted. If you want to think about it like, programming language, that the program was corrupted, and so I wasn't supposed to pay attention. And so that's kind of how I see it right now, is not to focus outward for spiritual guidance right now. I do have a session scheduled this week with somebody. Excuse me, I'm not going to cancel it, but I am really not getting the pull to do that. Now, that being said, I am being called to research things like I always am, right? When synchronicities come in, to research this, research that. My inner guidance is fine to follow. It's outer guidance that I am being led to not entertain right now. So, especially with the nature of things right now, just run that through your own inner guidance and see how that is feeling for you. And then make up your own mind. That's all I'm here to do, is to share what's going on with me. I had some major healing moments over the weekend, especially regarding inner child stuff. It was strange. When I was young, I used to get these horrible earaches. And, like so loud that it felt like giants were in my head walking around. And it used to terrify me. And I remember, being in bed was always worse at night. And laying there by myself and hearing the doom, 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 doom. It felt like giant footsteps like in my head, and it was very disconcerting to me. And I remember getting up and, trying to get some comfort from my mom. That wasn't really happening ever. I get yelled at to go back to bed. But I remember laying there and just feeling so alone and feeling scared and hurting and suffering, really, as a child. So I bring that up because the other night I was on a journey with my friend, and I began to have that sensation of the ear thing again. And what was strange is that the minute it happened, I went straight back to childhood. And it took me straight into that moment of feeling alone, like nobody would help me, that I was suffering and that nobody cared. And so what I did is I cared. I know it sounds silly, but I took myself by the hand and said, it's going to be okay. You have an earache. You are going to be okay. I know it hurts now. Here, just let me hold you. And I held my little self. I provided the comfort now for my inner child. And it lasted for a little while. Time was really weird at that moment, so I'm not really sure how long, but it went away. Like in this physical adult body, the pain went away, And I was left with this feeling like, oh my gosh, deep healing. Start showing up for yourself in this now body, energetically, for your inner child back then. Go back through these memories. Sometimes they're just going to spontaneously come up like that one did for me. Don't push yourself off when you were a little one. Hold yourself tight and be like, I understand this hurts. You're going to be okay. Everything is temporary. Whatever. I love you. Let me hold you. Let me comfort you in whatever way. What do you, all of that. Do that for yourself. It's big time. Anyway, I wanted to share that whole thing with you. Big healing on offer, and it's coming from within us. So tune in when those moments come up like that one did for me. Seize the moment. Take care of business. Heal yourself. That's what this intense energy is here doing. It's helping us do that faster. I love you guys. Bye.